dark arts. Find us at 1848 Central Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis or at magusbooks.com.
Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refinedivinepsychic.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Brett Johnson. Look for clear skies tonight with a low around 60, Thursday sunny with a high near 83, and Friday sunny with a high around 87. Nightingale in Minneapolis is your perfect neighborhood gathering spot. Treat your taste buds to their famous Nightingale burger and fries, roasted duck breast, or try their unique offerings like the roasted broccoli bruschetta and smoked chicken liver plate. Can't stay? No problem, as Nightingale offers convenient takeout orders. More at nightingalempls.com.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for showing up and joining in on this Wednesday evening. And it's going to be a fun evening. We have Refined Divine with us, and we're going to get to her in a couple of minutes here. But first, I wanted to say hello to Adam over in Eden Prairie. How are you doing tonight?
Not too shabby. Yourself, man?
You know, not too bad. Not too bad. I am getting ready for my 2-day tour of duty covering Matt McNeil this week. So I'll be on tomorrow as well, 3 to 5 on Thursday and 3 to 5 on Friday. We got some guests lined up, and I'll post all that on the AM 950 Facebook page tomorrow. But I just want to warn folks, everyone, there's a lot of people who are so good to support the work I do. Just know, tuning in tomorrow afternoon, it's not GhostBox Radio. Okay, we're just going to say that it's going to be a very different vibe than what we normally do. So, but it's going to be good. And but I'm not going to be doing it with you, Adam.
No, you're not. It's not going to be AM 9 Bakun. You know, you get 3 hours of Greg on Thursday and Friday. But I believe Brett's been in all week running the board.
Yeah, I think something like that. I think so. And maybe I think Patrick is coming back at some point. I mean, obviously.
Well, we got to unlock. Well, he can't come back until he gets a forecast wrong.
Oh, is that has he been is that Game of Thrones, isn't it? With but with the board operators and the weather forecast. I like it. I think it works very well. Yeah. So
we keep him in the Mylar box behind us, and you know.
Oh my goodness. So here we go. We got with us tonight psychic medium Refined Divine Deb. We it just seems like, Deb, that we had just seen you just so recently. I don't know. I feel like, it's what's the opposite of deja vu? I mean, it's like it's deja past. I don't know.
Reality.
Oh, that's what that is. I'm not used to
Reality
that.
is overrated.
Yeah, I'm not used to that one at all. So we're doing tonight, and I've got some folks in here. One person says, first time here. Hello, everybody. What's up? Well, let me tell you what's up. We are doing one question readings tonight with psychic medium Refined Divine Deb. So if you have a question that you would like some help on, whether it's about the future, money, whether it's about jobs or a relationship, or if there's somebody who have passed and you want to reach out to, tonight's the night to put the question in the comments section. But you can also call in 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. if you call, you will get to the front of the line, but we want to get through as many as possible tonight. And first of all, before, we're waiting for people to put some questions in. Hopefully we get some folks to do so, because Deb is extraordinarily wonderful with what she does. And the only caveat I'm going to put out there, as we always do, no politics. Nothing medical, like, my side's been hurting. Well, go to a doctor, right? I mean, that's kind of what you need to do in these situations. Also, last time we had somebody put something very dark into the comments. Like it needs more than just like one question. Just this is meant to be light, help you out and stuff. But just keep it light, please. Now, also, I feel like I'm talking the whole way through here, but that's okay. I want people to go to www.refinedivinepsychic.com and schedule some readings, because this is just what we call it, like an hors d'oeuvre, a sample, if you will, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is just a part of what we do here at Refined Divine. And so with the one question readings, Greg, we just get a taste of what it's like to get a reading from me. And then doing so, I also love to be able to connect with people, because I love helping people. That's a large part of, or all the part of, why we do what we do. So it's just a little bit of sample of who we are and what we do here.
Yeah, no, and there's been so many people that have come on, and you have been able, and it's not hyperbole for me to say, you have affected their lives in a very positive way. You have given them, and this is just the one question reading. This is not, let alone the whole reading in general. So, and I do want to point out, going to refinedivinepsychic.com, you can schedule a reading with her. You can also check out all the classes that you are doing, and you are there to help people find their inner self, find their answers for the questions that they've been asking about themselves, about their ability, about their gifts, and then also the retreats that you're doing as well.
Yeah, we do 1-day retreats and 3-day retreats. Our next 1-day retreat actually is August 17th, and we have
nice.
about 15 spaces left. And that is where we spend the whole day together. We go up to Kenstone, just about 20 minutes from here, beautiful Stonehenge, and we are working on the 12 most powerful universal laws to help manifest and change your life. So I teach you how to tap into your abilities and use those laws to get your best life so that you can be happy. I mean, that's why we're here, right?
Absolutely. So that's on the 17th. Then on the 18th,
Yeah.
and I've been very honored to ask to take part in this. It's the Refined Divine Psychic and Holistic Healing Fair. You have a number of fantastic speakers. Will, who I just met this past weekend, and I'm going to be speaking. I mean, there's a lot more going on than just me speaking, but and honestly, thank you so much for thinking of me. That really made my day, quite honestly. That was pretty awesome.
Well, absolutely. You're very gifted, and I value that, and I value what you have to say. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be talking about my collection of Doctor Who action figures. And that's I thought we'd try something different.
Well, on second thought, I might move you to that half-hour spot instead of that hour.
that 5-minute spot like 20 minutes after the event ends. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Once again, we are doing one question readings with Psychic Medium Refined Divine. Once again, put your comments into the comment section, your questions that you have for her. But we're going to say, as always, to get a reading right away, to get to the front of the line, call 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. We're going to start on the phones. Carol, what's going on tonight? I feel very tongue-tied for some reason tonight too, but Carol, welcome to GhostBox Radio. How are you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm doing great.
Good. It's good to hear your voice. How's everything been going?
It's been going good. I'm sad I missed seeing Refined Divine. I'm sorry I missed seeing you when you were so close to us in Maple Grove. I was just sick about it. I couldn't get there. So I hope you come back soon.
Well, we're going to be in Rochester August 18th. Is that close to you, Carol?
Not really, but if there's a way, I'll be there. If I can get someone to drive me.
Does it make the pot more interesting to know that I will be there as well? No, I'm
Oh,
just
definitely.
yeah.
I admire you also. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying that. I
Well,
really do respect you and love your show.
Well, and before we get to your question, I know you have one. I felt bad because you before the show ended last night, and I was doing some of my personal ghost stories. If I'm not mistaken, you wrote out a big paragraph of something that happened to you, or something
Yeah.
that you had. So I'm going to find that, and I'm going to try to read that for Friday, if you're okay with that.
Oh, that's more than fine. And I'm not a short version type of person, so by the time I wrote it out, I knew it was too late.
No,
But
I
I found yours last night was so interesting.
Oh, thank you so much. And I just want to make sure that you took the time to write it. I want to make sure that we take the time to talk about it. So we'll do that Friday. What questions do you have for Deb tonight?
Okay, I have one question that is, my kids are the most important people in my life. And I have one daughter, my oldest child, Carrie. What are her spiritual gifts? And like, what is her spiritual gifts and who's her guides? Because I like to support her in it. And I'm always constantly in contact with her about, I see so many things she does. But I
Yeah,
don't
because
understand what her gifts are.
Because you, Carol, yourself are really gifted. When I'm in your energy, I can feel your connection and how you can emotionally connect to people, and you really
Mm-hmm.
feel like who they are, right? And so you
Yes.
struggle when you see somebody who isn't living to their fullest potential, even though we love them and we're not saying anything bad about them. We just know that there's so much there for them. And so
Yes.
what your guides are saying is, remember, Carol, that even if they are our children or our best friends or our mates, that we have to live our life out exactly as we were supposed to live it out. We can't want them or hope them or love them into anything they aren't. And they're just
Yes.
saying to us, they're just reminding you that she in her own time will be able to flourish in her own gifts. When I look inside of her, I feel like there's quite a bit of self-doubt, but yet she's very like proud of herself. So she's kind of got like this two-handed shift going on where we have a struggle. So
Mm-hmm.
the universe hears yes and the universe hears no. And when we have that thing going on like that, we'll get kind of a mucky mud mixture that comes back, because what we emanate out into the universe was what comes back to us. And secondarily, when you talk about her guides, I want you to know that guides are energetic fields that are accessed from here to the other side. And so our guides are consistently always talking to all of us all the time. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
matter of understanding that usually it sounds like our own voice, and that it is not named. It is not a soul that has lived. It is not an angel. It is not anything that ever had a face or a body. Guides are just an energetic circle that is that space from you to the other side.
Oh, I remember learning that from you on one of your talks there. Um,
And we
I guess I
can
was
name
thinking of
them. I
more
mean,
like
we
her,
could,
like family, like people that have crossed over, like my husband, or like
right.
they're with.
And that's not what a spirit guide is. A spirit guide is energetic
Okay.
forces that helps us live the here and now. So
Mm-hmm.
what you're looking for is people that have crossed over, or
Yeah.
souls that reside with her. And the answer to
Yeah.
you is that actually everybody resides with us, that we are on the same plane, just in multi
Mm-hmm.
dimensions. So in the multidimensional verse that in which we live in, they're actually always here, and that's why I can access anybody at any time. It's kind
I
of
know.
crazy, but it's real.
Okay, great. Yes, because my oldest daughter, I know she's very gifted. I've seen wonderful things that she's done, always for
Yeah.
so many people and
But
animals and anything that just
she's
surrounds
just
her.
got that flux that goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Yep, she's
Yeah.
just got to
Okay.
stick with it and pick it.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
you're
Carol.
welcome.
It's always good to hear your
Thank
voice.
you so much.
You're very
Yeah.
welcome. Now, I know we have someone else on the line, but I do want to kind of just go somewhere else. Nancy asked the question, since it seems, I think when you're going through it, the last call, I think it kind of got a lot of people's attention. And Nancy said, "Do you read abilities?" And that's a question. I know I didn't make it sound like a question, but
Well, yes, because I read everything. I'm completely clairvoyant. So I can see all things that reside in energy, which is absolutely anything, past, present, future, or on the other side. So yes, the answer is yes.
does it look like anything to you when you can see stuff? And because I just know it's different for everybody. I'm just curious what if
Yeah.
there's something you see.
So when different things are different things to me. So when we talk about following energy lines, like when I see a text here that just popped up, what I can do is I look at the text and I follow the energy line of that text to that person. It's a lot like what Adam was talking about when they're saying to me, it's a lot like when I was talking to Adam and Adam was explaining to me that when I was reading for his wife, that he could feel me reading him. He could feel the energy. What I was doing, and he even picked up on it, was seeing if Adam was the issue. And Adam was not. And Adam was like, go for it. And so I can follow all lines that are linked to anybody that's speaking to me. So it doesn't matter if they are here and now, past, present, future. I can follow all of it. As long as the choice has already been made for the future, then I can follow that line. If the choice hasn't been made, Greg, then I can't follow it. And
Got it.
as far as seeing, it depends. If I'm reading somebody's emotions or their abilities, I can feel them inside of their body and in their aura and their exterior. And then sometimes their angels and guides will give me movies, depending on what I'm looking at. But it all happens in a second.
I mean, it's like breathing for you. There is
Yeah.
no thought to it. It's coming out there happening. I have to say, and Michelle, we're going to get to you after the break. But before we go to break, I also want to just quickly say, when you're talking about how Adam was feeling your energy and stuff, I mean, one of the things that I notice people doing, psychic mediums, when they don't ask permission, and I don't think I was talking about your situation with Adam when I say this, but when I'm talking with mediums and they're trying to figure out what I am, and I could feel them read me, and it's like, don't do that. I know you're doing it. Don't do it. There's a big one that was doing an event last weekend didn't happen last weekend, but when she was on my show before, I could feel her reading me, and it was like,
Yeah.
nope, 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 nope.
And
In fact,
so
I feel someone doing it actually right now. Funny enough. So
and
just
so
saying.
So here's what it is, Greg. So when I am going into somebody's energetic field, I'm always asking. And so I don't ever not ask. I
Yeah.
ask the higher self if this is something that it's okay for me to do. The higher self always says yes to me because what I'm doing is for the better enlightenment for all. And when we are doing it for the enlightenment for all and the betterment of all situations, the higher self will always say yes because we're in the vibration of love. But if I were to do it for a self-serving purpose or to try to take something or get something, then it's going to say no. And if I did it anyways, then a lot of karmic reaction would come back to me. And that's when you see mediums that are angry and mean and just, they look really low and it looks like they aren't energetically fed well. You'll see that because karmic reaction plays on that person as a human. It literally cuts like down their life cycle, almost like sucks them dry. Does that make sense? Because then
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
using their energy to do things they shouldn't be doing, and then that takes away life force energy. And so when we're connect to the divine and we're asking permission for what we're doing and making sure it's for the whole, which it was because it was for her and Adam's wife, so it was for the whole of the betterment. That is why I did what I did. And that's a lot, but I hope you understand what I'm saying.
No, I totally get it. We have up lineup for Michelle, Donna is both on the phone. We'll get to them. We have Brian in the comments. We have a lot of people we want to get to. So let's take our first break. Also, I just want to say real fast that I prefer to reach out to my higher elf, but that's just me. And actually, when I say elf, I mean like that puppet from outer space in the 80s.
Adam likes pendulum fingers.
No, it's what is
Dousing
it?
fingers.
It's
Oh,
it's
oh,
finger
Finger
dowsing.
dousing. That's it.
okay.
Finger
That's what
dowsing.
Adam likes.
Yeah,
Yes. I learned that
that's
on
what we hear.
Saturday.
Yep,
That's
that's
his
what we hear.
favorite.
All right, let's go to break before the FCC shuts us down. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
Reach your highest level of consciousness and well-being with metamorphosisconnections.com. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory of the best holistic and metaphysical practitioners to help you make your most informed choices. You can search metamorphosisconnections.com for classes, events, wellness and life coaches, plus metaphysical products and shops. You can also search for a wide array of healers from all modalities, including EFT, sound healing, energy healing, light therapy, ancestral healing, shamanic healing, reflexology, past life regressions, hypnotherapy, yoga, and more. And if you're not sure where to start, the search feature on metamorphosisconnections.com is tailored to help both those who know what they are looking for and those who are just starting. Come explore the possibilities for your higher self by visiting metamorphosisconnections.com. Their experienced practitioners can guide both beginners and those that are already on their spiritual journey. That's metamorphosisconnection.com, your link to direct you on your spiritual transformation.
Greg Bakun here. I love historic tours of Minneapolis and seeing everything it has to offer. But if you know me, I like to include a little spooky in my tours, which is why I found the perfect combination. Minneapolis Trolley Tours does this amazing candlelight ghost tour that you have to check out. It's an extremely immersive experience. It's a trolley trip that starts out at a haunted mansion, traveling around Minneapolis locations, exposing ghost stories that the public and business owners would rather left untold. Then a tour of the aforementioned haunted mansion where ghosts of past residents from the 1800s reside, plus a lot of surprises to discover. Next, experience Gertrude's After Hours. Did I mention Gertrude is the mansion's most famous ghost? Maybe she'll show up. And you finish up the tour at Gertrude's Lounge in the haunted basement of the mansion with refreshments and Q&A. The trolleys are climate controlled and the mansion is restored to perfection. Check out MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for more information.
Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
And welcome back to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. My name is Greg Bakun. We have Adam in Eden Prairie. We have Refined Divine with us tonight, Psychic Medium Deb. We have a lot of stuff going on. We're going to get to it pretty quickly. Cynthia in the comments says, hi, Greg and Deb. You two vibe together well. Have a fun show. That's very nice. Thank you for saying that. Okay, well, first of all, let me unmute you. Okay, so we don't vibe as well when you mute one of them, but that's okay. You know, and it seems like I forget it every single time, doesn't it? I mean, literally every
Yes.
time I forget to do it. Yeah.
Yes. It's like you're trying to tell me something.
Well, you know, maybe subconsciously, where I'm not aware of it myself. I really don't know. And it's funny that Cynthia put that in there because I thought to myself, we could probably talk for hours. Just
Truth.
without even people on here, and then add Adam to it and then Dave to it. We could just go on and on and on. So with that being said, we're doing one question readings. I'm going to stop talking here in a second. One question readings. Put your question in the comments section. We have a number already, but we're going to try to get through to everybody. To get through quicker, give us a call, 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. 6205. We're going to go to the phone line right now with Michelle. Michelle, let me first off say thank you very much for waiting, and I hope you're having a good evening.
I am having a good evening, and I always do have a good evening when I'm listening to your show. I love it.
Thank you.
I also love Deb. I spoke with you, Deb, at the Psychic Fair this weekend, and you were fabulous. I could have sat there all day. Anyway, I had a wonderful time.
Thank you.
What I am wondering now is, after I got home from the Psychic Fair, I was having tea with my friend, and when I left the room for just a moment and came back, she said, "Oh, I saw Jimmy, who is my recently deceased husband." Jimmy comes to me quite often. At least I can feel him. I don't see him, but I can feel him.
Yeah.
She could see him and described his clothes and everything, but I wondered why then I didn't see him. I wondered why he appeared to her and disappeared when I entered the room.
Because for whatever reason that opened it up, because you two were just talking about your reading with me, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And so the
Maybe
door
so.
the door opened, and he saw his chance, and he's giggling to me, and so he jumped at it. And he says, "Yes, that was me." And he says that the reason why you didn't see him is because you aren't ready for that, and that's not something that you would have been able to handle at that time. So he was just saying, like, "I'm here. See, it's real." Because Jimmy and I, because I'm psychic, we know that sometimes our brain gets a little bit doubty and sometimes doesn't want to believe completely everything, but maybe back and forth a little. And so Jimmy is just jumping in there and saying, "No, it's real. I'm here." Do you see?
Okay. I do. Well, I do see him on occasions, but I thought it was odd. Maybe I thought he had a special message for her, and we didn't know what it was.
No, he was just in there kind of being like, "It was real. See, here I am." Like he was like, "Here I am."
Okay.
Yeah.
Terrific. Well, he
And
was
he had a
city,
really
so
big
that's-
smile on his face too, correct? He had a real big smile on his face, she said.
She didn't say that. She told me what he was wearing, and he was standing there, which is usually, I mean, he was always in a wheelchair when he was alive.
Yeah, but on the other
So,
side, he's definitely not in a wheelchair. Because they don't take their
absolutely, and
ailments with.
yep, she could
Yeah.
see that. So fabulous. Well, don't worry. I will be in touch again because I love your energy, and you gave a fabulous reading when I was at the psychic fair. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, you're so very welcome. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Michelle.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you both.
That's
Good night.
nice. Good night. That was nice. That was nice.
Yeah.
So once again, folks, like we always say, this is just a sample of what a full reading can be, and there's different types of readings that you can get with Deb. And go over to refineddivinepsychic.com. You can see what works best for you. But a number of folks here who have listened to the program, they have gone after they got their one question reading, looked and signed up for readings. Please do so, because you're gonna get a lot more meat and potatoes with your reading than just a one question reading. And also, don't forget, since people are asking about other people's abilities and stuff, she does classes as well that looks into all of this, as well as retreats. And we have an event coming up together on August 18th. So just a lot of stuff, and please consider checking all that out, especially since Deb and Dave are giving a lot of their time to talk with us tonight. So I do appreciate
we
that
are.
very much.
Yeah. Hey,
So-
Dave, want to say hi?
Hi.
There's Dave. That's the Dave.
That's him. I got to sit next to him at dinner.
He's real.
Yeah.
That was for reals. That's for sure.
Him and Adam, besties.
Yeah, I mean, they're literally the same human being, and that's
I
weird
know.
to me. That's just kind of, and I could see them both at the same time. So, yeah, that's something else. You have anything to say for yourself, Adam?
No, I don't. But going back to what Deb was saying earlier about she read me or peeped me out essentially when she did my wife's reading. My wife jumped on for one of the initial free Zoom readings and get-togethers, which you can find on refineddivine.com to talk all about that kind of stuff, which I still got to do one, and I definitely want to do one. But yeah, I could literally sitting in my recliner in the living room, because I gave my wife her space to do this, my jaw started tingling as soon as I heard Deb's voice talking directly to Danny. because I could
Nice.
still hear through the wall. So I'm like, oh, Deb's trying to get in. So I just kicked the recliner back. The dog hung out on my shoulder. I pet the dog and let Deb go. And
There we
it's
go.
painless. And I had my first reading this past weekend. Spot on. My first ever reading, by the way. Worked. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Answered quite a few questions too. And it was only a quick 15-minute one.
Very nice.
And,
Awesome.
and you met your brother from another mother.
I truly did. When I met Dave, it's scary.
Now,
I've always said you two were like this.
now, Dave, do you wear weird socks like the ones that Adam bought at your store there?
Which I'm actually wearing a pair of them now.
No.
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks. So
Isn't that nice?
yeah, that's great. Okay, well, why don't we get back to the one question readings? Once again, get to the front of the line, 952-946-6205. We go and we say hello to Donna. First of all, Donna, thank you for waiting. I appreciate your patience.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Donna.
Hi. I'm a first time caller.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm supposed to ask. General reading or
Now, really fast, Donna, do you have us like on like our show on speaker somewhere else? Because we can kind of hear a little bit of the echo of our show when you're talking. And I just,
Okay.
if you could turn it down.
I got it.
Thank you
I got
very
it
much.
all the way.
You
All right,
sound
wait a minute. All right, I got it off.
you sound great. Okay, go ahead. Anybody?
Okay, Donna.
I'm here.
Hi. So you can ask any question you like, honey. I'm completely clairvoyant. Is there anything you were wondering?
Whatever you could tell me about myself.
Okay, well, these are one question readings, but I can tell you this: when I'm in your energetic field, I feel like
I said a couple of things, and I want to see if they come through.
So
You
you're
know, I said a couple of things
you
to
playing test
myself
psychic or something,
and
or
see if they come through.
okay. So when
Hello?
when I'm in your energetic field, Donna, it feels like your guides are talking to me about how Donna needs to focus more on Donna. A lot of the time you're always focused on what's happening around you. Do you understand when we say that? And so they say to us that focusing more on who you are and who you are going to be is going to be super important for that evolution, because right now it feels like you're very intuitive. You have a lot of connections. You feel like you really know when things are happening. You feel like, when things are in the room, you kind of feel it. And so they say to us if you focus more just on Donna's energy and who you are, that would bump that up a little bit. And then we could look for that evolution that we're looking for, and that more of that psychic connection that you're wanting to feel. And so you're here tonight because there is somebody that's passed over on the other side that you talked to, and you wanted to say to them, come through to see if she's real, correct?
Oh my God, yes.
Hey, Donna, I'm
Yes.
psychic as fuck.
Huh?
She doesn't need to say it again. Just know that she's really good at what she does. Okay.
No, I just said I'm a psychic medium.
I know.
So I said,
I'm very well aware, but you also have to focus on who you are, and you need to focus on just self. Okay. And so they really wanted to kind of punch that at you, because they were like, come on now, Donna, don't be playing like that. And so here we are.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
That's
so here we are. I have your dad that's trying to come in, and he just wants to talk to you
That's
about.
so I said to come in.
I know. I'm aware.
Go ahead. What did he say?
Yeah, it's okay. I get it. I get quite a few other psychics that really like to connect with me, and they like to know that what they're feeling and what they're hearing is true, because it's really hard for us as psychics to kind of talk to our dead people. Like my dead brother,
Yeah.
like sometimes I really can feel him and I just know he's there and I really can hear him, Donna. So I get it. And
Yeah.
so your dad is talking
Yeah.
to me. Yeah. And so your dad is talking to me and letting you know that he's totally there. It is him. He talked to me about the lights flicker and the song, the country song that you hear that reminds you of that. And so he says to us, remember to always turn the music down. That always makes you happy.
Put the music on that makes me happy. Oh
Yes.
my
Absolutely.
God.
Yeah.
So pretty good, huh, Donna?
Yes, because you know what? The question I said was, Dad, let her talk about my gifts and know who I am. And Dad, come through. And my lineage. What is my lineage?
Your lineage?
Yeah, like my background.
Like family
that?
background, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, like my
Hey, Donna, you don't have to
yeah.
test me anymore. We know I'm real. So if you would like to
No,
contact me on the
I know.
website.
But that was the questions that I said. What is
Yeah,
my
okay.
lineage?
Got
And
it.
and I think this is a good reminder for folks, because it is a one question reading, and so we've been able to do that. We have other people waiting. So Donna,
You're great. You're great. You
I
got it.
appreciate the call. I appreciate the call very much. And that folks, if you need any more proof that Deb does what she does, and this is something that maybe made you go, hey, I think I need to talk to this person, go to refinedivinepsychic.com, schedule your reading, your classes, your retreats, all that wonderful stuff. This is really pretty awesome. And just remind folks that continue putting your questions in the comments. I think we're going to focus on that after the break. If someone wants to call in and do more, we can do that as well. But I've been meaning to get to the comments section. For those of you who have been waiting, I really appreciate that. Appreciate your patience. Let's take our next break. When we come back, more questions with psychic medium, refined divine Deb. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refinedivinepsychic.com.
The Tilted Tiki, located in downtown Stillwater, helps you get your tropical tiki vibe on with a large selection of fantastic tasting tiki cocktails served in unique and fun glasses, a menu of delicious food ranging from small bites, craft tacos, sandwiches, and more. Plus, don't forget they have live music Wednesday through Saturday nights. Located in downtown Stillwater, the Tilted Tiki is your tropical relaxation restaurant in Minnesota. Visit thetiltedtiki.com.
Did you know that spiritual awakening is not all love and light? Surprise! Inner demons, ego deaths, and tower moments are on the horizon. But while life might hand you some harsh lessons, we've got the antidote to soothe your weary soul. Why not try a dragon's blood bath or schedule a Reiki aura repair? With books, herbs, talismans, candles, and more, we put the Shazam in shadow work. Visit Magus Books at 1848 Central Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis or magusbooks.com.
If you own a holistic or metaphysical business and are looking to expand, then you need to be listed on metamorphosisconnections.com. It's a network where you can grow with like-minded practitioners and reach new clients. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory you need to list yourself and your business. Our platform makes it easy for you to create listings of your products and services, and you can also choose to list your classes, events, and so much more. Metamorphosisconnections.com helps you create weekly and monthly promotional ads targeted towards your potential clients and promotes them for you via social media and newsletter. There are clients searching for your specialty right now. Let us help them find you. Start your listing today so you can share your own unique gifts and talents by finding the level of membership that best fits your needs. Let us help you reach your clients that are searching for what you do. Visit metamorphosisconnections.com and sign up today.
And join me tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. We're going to do a replay for Thursday, and that replay is we're going to have on Pamela Pierce. Her father, Charles B. Pierce, directed one of the coolest films ever that really kickstarted the Bigfoot craze in the 70s, and that is The Legend of Boggy Creek. I had a conversation with her back in November when the 4K release of the film came out. It's a fantastic conversation. For those watching on the video feed for that, we did not record video for that because we had an internet issue on that night, but I still created something to run. So check it out. It's a very good interview. And then, of course, tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun's Facebook page, there is going to be Myth or Mystery at 9 p.m. That's always a good show. And then for those of you who'd like to join me at 3 to 5 tomorrow as I fill in for Matt McNeil, and that should be a fun show. And we're going to have on tomorrow Randy West, who used to be the announcer for The Price is Right, and he actually is a broadcast historian. So it's going to be a fun conversation. I've been waiting for this for a long time. We have with us tonight One Question Readings with psychic medium, Refined Divine, Deb. We just saw Deb over the past weekend. It was great. If you missed the last segment, you may want to listen. It was pretty incredible. I do have a comment from Jay. He says, can we ask questions on here instead of calling in? Yes, but we choose to take the phone calls first because that is kind of the order. It's actually, I'm not going to say it's easier for Deb for the phone calls. That's not for me to say, but it's easier for me to be able to have like a coherent thought throughout it all. So definitely that's the case. Wouldn't you agree, Deb?
Yes, I would say if you call in, you definitely go straight to the top of that line and we answer your question first.
So if you want to call in at 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. We're going to the phones right now. Jamie, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, good.
Good to have you. Thanks for calling in. Do you have a question for Deb tonight?
Yeah, I'm wondering if the universe is going to tell me or show me if I am ready for a soulmate.
Okay, Jamie. So when I look into your energy, we see a little bit of self-doubting going on and self-criticism. And so when we want to align with somebody who we really feel connected to with our hearts and somebody we can share the rest of our life with, we want to make sure that we are self-loving to the point of where we are going to find somebody else who also self-loves. Because remember, hurt people hurt others. And so we don't want to repeat your past. We want to go into a different pattern. And things don't change if we don't change our pattern. Does that make sense, Jamie? So we want to look for somebody completely different than who we have been dating because you're looking for happiness and commitment. So we don't want to continue the pattern. So Jamie has to love Jamie for that to take place. Because what I'm seeing when I'm looking at your energy line is kind of repeating the past. And we just don't want that. And so we have to take into consideration that we have to change how much we love ourselves so we can align with our true love and that person that's going to support us like we really want.
Okay.
How does that sound for you?
Easy enough. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Thank you so much.
About 3 months out, Jamie, if you start doing the work now.
Okay. There we are. Well, thank you, Jamie, for the call. Hopefully, and if things are working in the right direction, let us know 3 months down the road. Love to know. So let's go to the comments because we really have not had time to do so. So thank you all. I don't even know if you're all still here anymore who put the comments in, but I did promise Brian. And Brian says, my very tall son. Is that how he describes his son every time? My very tall son, of course, now I moved it and I lost it. There we go. Has moved to another state for his basketball college career. Should I also relocate? Would it be beneficial to my health? Interesting question.
So I don't do health questions, but this is what I can tell you, Brian, is that you feel depressed when he's not around and you're not with him and you're not supporting him because he feels like he is one of like the sole reason why you breathe currently. And so the reason why you keep feeling like you need to be drawn to go there is because he and you have this relationship and this bond that most father and son do not have. And so I just want to say this for your happiness, not so much for the health part of it, because I don't answer those questions, but for your happiness, I'm saying that you do need to go because that is such a huge part of who you are and who you have been your whole life up until now.
Very cool. Very cool. Brian, I hope you're still listening and that this resonates with you. And if you are in the comments, please just let us know and let us know that you got this message. Like we've been saying, if you call in, you get to the top of the line, 952-946-6205. Guess where we're going? We're going to the phone lines. Joshua, how are you doing tonight, Joshua?
Good. How are you? Hi, Deb. Hi, Greg.
How are you doing?
I'm
Well,
curious. I've been having.
Go for it.
I was just curious because I feel like somebody's trying to contact me from the other side, but I'm not sure who, and I'm not sure why even.
Uh-huh. And so you often feel this in many different areas, not just at home, correct? It's like kind of like it's just kind of nagging at you. Is that right, Josh?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm getting is that you've put this beacon out there that you're ready to receive your gifts. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
And so they're saying to us that because you've put that out there and because that energy is active and you keep, lighting up that beacon and putting it out, that they're trying to answer that call. And so this is kind of just them trying to smooth their way into you opening up those gifts. And you're getting a lot of like the intrusive thoughts, correct?
Occasionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when those intrusive thoughts come, what your guides want you to know is that your energy level and vibrations need to rise. Because when we are feeling low and not good, we shouldn't be putting out that beacon and connecting to the other side because then we're going into the low level things over there. So we want to make sure that we raise our vibrations up to a higher frequency so that we're tapping into things of the higher frequency because we don't need any dark, dingy stuff like kind of laying around making life worse for us. So that is why they are contacting you, and that is the whole reason, is because you've asked for it.
But it's not one specific person. You're saying I opened
No.
myself up to it, so now.
Nope. It's just you wandering around and your beacon's up, so they're coming in, poking around because you've said this is what I want. And so what I would do, Joshua, if I were you, I'd sage my house so that way I could at least sleep at night. Because I'll tell you, when we wake up and those gifts start popping, they start coming like crazy and it becomes more and more and more. So you're going to want to protect your space in your house. 7 is the day that I always say the 7 is the holy number. Every single 7 days, I recycle that sage and through the whole entire house, open that front door and let it out so that you could have a nice space where you're safe and you can sleep because it feels like your sleep's getting disrupted too, they're saying.
You don't think it's anything nefarious though, do you?
Say it again, please.
You don't think it's anything nefarious, do you?
Like bad.
Bad, dangerous, like
bad. No, this is what I want you to understand. Oh, so this is going to really blow people's minds when this comes out my mouth, but here it comes. And no, you don't need the dump button, Adam. They say to us that every single time that energy comes into this earth, okay, we are both light and dark. Everybody has both equal in us. We are both saint and Satan, okay? And so that shift of energy either goes to the dark side or the light side. And we have that inside of us, and so does everything that is here on this earth. So things that have not crossed over to the other side still have that variation of dark and light. Once they've crossed into the light, then no longer darkness exists. But when everything is in the in-between world, it still can have that variation. And so that's why we talk to you about raising your vibration into the low frequency and feeling like happier so that we're connecting with things that aren't lower. Now, when you say to us evil or bad, there's no such thing. There's just a variation of energy in your perception of it.
Does that help, Joshua?
Thank you so much. It does. It really does.
Good.
Yeah. Joshua, the first class that you attend with me is always free. I think that you would really greatly benefit from that, learning the universal laws and how to manage your gifts. So you can send us a message on Refined Divine, and I could send you the Zoom link, and you can join us next Monday for free if you'd like.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'd really like that. Greg, if you could make that work, that'd be awesome.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to make it work.
All you gotta do is send Refined Divine.
You want me to grocery shop for you as well? I mean, what the hell?
You know what I mean. Thank you so much, Deb. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Greg.
Yeah, you're welcome. So apparently, if anyone needs me to do random chores for them, just give us a call, and I guess I'll be out there no matter what part of the planet you're on. I'll wash your clothes.
I got you. I got you.
I know, Joshua. It's all good. It's all good. Brian says thank you. He was the one that we with his son, his very tall son. Donna says, I am so very sorry, sweetie. I really didn't mean no disrespect, please. About trying to test you. Now, Amber here has been patiently waiting. So I'm going to ask the question here from her. Deb, is there something I need to open my eyes to, life, relationship wise?
Amber, we've had this conversation several times. This isn't the first time you've asked me. And so my answer is going to be the same. It's right in front of you. You already know. All you have to do is own the truth.
There you go.
I love you.
There you go. Well, hopefully, Amber, that you are able to get the answers that you need to do and look in front of you, I guess. And Jay, who does not want to call in, but because I'm a kind person tonight, I'm putting up Jay's question: how can I raise my vibration?
Yep, Jay. So right away when I look into your energy, I'm feeling food, and I'm feeling the source of food, and I'm feeling like let's clean it up. Processed foods, big no-no. We have to understand that dairy isn't food. That is milk that comes for a baby cow, and we process it, make it into cheese, sour cream, all the things. That's not food. Get rid of all of that stuff and kind of just cleanse the system. Let's start there. Number 2, get yourself outside barefoot on the ground, connecting with earth, making sure that you're a part of earth for more than an hour a day, because as humans, we're spoiled little brats, and we stay inside and we do our TikToks and our Facebooks, and we don't go outside and do what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be out there as human beings, as mammals, like the rest of them, and we're not. And we have to create those ions and have those ions coming through our body for happiness. That raises our vibration frequency. Getting yourself into a large body of water. Fresh water is always the best because the frequency of us is 75% water. So we match that up and purifies our energy like that. Another way is cold water plunging. Get yourself in some cold water. Get yourself completely under, submerged, come back up. You're a new human out of cold water. And then, of course, breath of life always clears those thoughts, comes us to purity, brings the body to euphoria. Actually breathing in, Jay, if you could do this with us, everybody can too. Breathe in. We're going to breathe in, ready, and go. Holding our breath and blowing out. And doing that 3 times. Holding. Blowing in again. Holding and blowing. And then observing the brain. Be completely quiet, and the body completely goes into euphoria automatically, because we're supposed to be out there running, foraging for food, berries, building, and doing all the things. We aren't getting the breath that the oxygen in the brain needs to calm down and become clear. So doing breath like with that vibration raises right up. All of those things, and there's tons more.
There you go. And thank you, Jay. Once again, those are things that you're going to be covering in the classes as well.
Absolutely.
Go to refinedivinepsychic.com. We have about a minute and a half left. Do you want to try one more?
Sure, let's go.
Okay, Nikki just put this in. Hi, Debbie. Is there anything my guides want me to know?
Nikki. Nikki is one of my students for 3 years now. And Nikki, are you ready for this? Poop or get off the pot.
There you go.
So she's got to move. She's got to move. She's got to make it happen. It's like, let's do this. Either you are or you aren't. You got to stop going back and forth. You got to choose it, Nikki.
That's great. That's great. And hopefully, I mean, and I don't mean this in a rude way to anyone who called in or anyone put their comments in, but hopefully you do the work that Deb is putting out there, so that if doing the raising the vibrations, or Amber says that regarding her, she said, "Thank you. I tend to have blinders on that shield my truth." But
They're
we
your
all
blinders.
we all have stuff that we need to do there. So honestly, that is great. I'm trying to think here. We're going to have you back on. If a good host would have the date of when you'd be back on. August 7th, we're going to have you back on.
Okay.
So it's coming up here. One of these days we should do pets again, if you're up for it.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
And real fast here, we're running out of time. Do you have any events coming up this weekend or anything?
Yes, we're in Michigan. We're in Ironwood, and we're in Harshaw, Wisconsin, and Michigan, Ironwood this weekend. I'm doing the gallery 11 o'clock for both of those.
That's fantastic. And then you and I'm going to be at your event on August 18th. We'll talk about that a little bit closer. But once again, folks, schedule a reading, check out classes, check out retreats and everything going on with Deb. Go to refinedivinepsychic.com or go to Refine Divine on Facebook and follow. Deb, thank you so very much. What a great time tonight. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
And we'll be back tomorrow and Friday. Everyone have a good night.